Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a fantastic show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So yesterday we shook up the internet a little bit in our own way, right? We produced a show called Shocking Proof Reveals that LeBron James was 100% behind the Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic Lakers trade. That video got a lot of people talking. We got about 80,000 views so far, 1,500 comments, and people are still chiming in. And a lot of people are essentially saying, Charles, I told you so. I told you so, man. He knew. Because initially, when the story broke, I was quite skeptical of LeBron's involvement, just kind of listening to what was being told, right? Dave McMenamin said that LeBron found out about the Anthony Davis trade while at dinner, and then AD called him and all of that. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but a lot of people were saying, nah, bro, son knew. Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes came out there and they said they believe that he knew. Then recently, Anthony Davis came out there and said he believes that more people knew about it. So we produced this show yesterday that was centered on some Marcus Morris comments. Now, Marcus Morris is the twin brother of Markieff Morris, who plays with the Lakers. And essentially what Marcus Morris Sr. was doing was he was describing the play-by-play, moment to moment of how his brother got traded. And then he took us behind the curtain to basically say that, look, he knew that essentially LeBron James requested for Markieff to be a part of the trade. And we were like, wait, how did LeBron request for Markieff to be a part of the trade when he knew nothing about it? And that one just shook up the whole internet. So for those of you who didn't hear that, we want to play that for you now, and I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what was said there.
Your brother Markieff got traded there.
Yeah.
What was the reaction between you guys when you found that out?
Crazy story, man. We just so happened to be on the phone late night one day. You know, we've talked a lot. You know what I mean? We talk basketball, we talk sports, we talk our podcast, you know what I'm saying? So we do sports betting a lot, not NBA, but college, you know, NFL. So, you know, we were just going over the games or like nightly thing. He just landed or whatever. And just this particular night, we just was chopping it up about hoop. And I'm like, man, like, how y'all doing over there in Dallas? Like, you think y'all gonna make any trades? And that was crazy because that was the real conversation. I'm like, you think y'all gonna do something? And I'm not gonna tell you who he said was gonna get traded, but he like, yeah, it's going X, Y, and Z. Those guys, they gonna get traded. That's what they looking at. You know, we're looking to upgrade. And for some reason, he just took like a pause and he like, bro, the GM just texted me. I'm like, he just texted you. What did he say? He like, no, this can't be real. And I'm like, what happened? So he told me like, basically, you know, he's been traded. So I'm like, you've been traded? Like, how? Why? To who? Like, why would they even trade you? You're not playing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everybody knew the leadership that he brought to Dallas. So it was like, it didn't even make sense, right? So he like, just let me give you a call back. So I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm sitting there with my wife, and I'm like, damn, they just traded Keith. I think he might retire, actually. Because he was telling me, like, man, I can't do this no more. Like, he just bought a house in Dallas, right? So he was just doing that, and he was just like, man, it's just too much at this point. I'm not even playing. It's like I'm almost babysitting at this point. So he was like, I'm done. I don't even care where I'm going to. 3 minutes later, he called me back. He said, bro, Luka Doncic has just been traded. And I'm like, what the can I curse?
Yeah, you can
I'm
curse.
like, what the how is Luka Doncic traded? Like, does that even make sense? So now, when he said the Lakers, I said, you going to the Lakers, right? He said, hell yeah, I'm going to Lakers. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you know, you might just have won another championship. Like, literally, you really might just have won a championship. And the part about it that I think a lot of people don't see is that Keith and Luka has a really good relationship, like a really good relationship. So I think that they probably noticed that and they wanted, you know what I mean, Luka to feel better, to go into a new place where you have somebody that's, you know, that's been a teammate. Also, Dorian Finney-Smith, he's been a teammate of him. And then Max Kleber, you know, he's been injured, so no one really talking about him. I think the dynamic of that really helped, and also Keith played there. So the Lakers really wanted him to come. Brian asked for him to come. So it was like the dynamic, once I sat back and thought about it, I was like, it actually might help your career now. It might give you a breath of fresh air. We're doing a little media thing with the podcast, so it might actually help, right? And the entire time, I just couldn't put my finger on why the would they trade Luka Doncic.
Have you had any clarity since then?
I didn't. I really don't. And I still, this is no disrespect to any of the players. Like Anthony Davis is a really good player, really good career. I don't think that match. I just didn't think it matched.
Okay, excellent. So today, Mitch sends over a topic. We already had some topics, but Mitch is like, here's some more. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. So he sends over this topic from the website called essentiallysports.com with the following headline that reads, Dwight Howard seemingly confirms LeBron James' involvement in Luka Doncic trade amid Lakers star father's confession. And I was like, yo, the hits just keep coming. Okay, so let's get into the article. It says, what seemed like a simple Luka Doncic-Anthony Davis swap between the Mavs and the Lakers might not have been as straightforward because according to some, LeBron was pulling the strings all along. Fox analyst Colin Cowherd didn't just make this up. He pieced together the chaos in Dallas from AD's struggles to Kyrie Irving's season-ending injury and landed on one conclusion. LeBron saw it coming. One of the things that LeBron has, and I have never seen it like it, is intuition, a guy that can see problems before they happen. Cowherd said, well, Colin might have been correct. Dwight Howard weighed in on the shocking Doncic trade, admitting he was initially surprised until he remembered who the Lakers had leading the way during the live broadcast of the Lakers versus Magic game. I was very surprised for a second, Howard said, but then I realized they had LeBron James on their team. So anything is possible with LeBron on your team. DH credited the Lakers for their smart move acquiring a player who does everything on the floor. The trade sparked plenty of discussion between Howard's takes and reflects on common sentiment when LeBron is involved. So basically the article said that. So essentially, Dwight Howard is also hinting that LeBron was involved with it. He also had described recently a situation that occurred when they were teammates where LeBron was not playing defense or whining about something. Dwight Howard essentially said, man, stop acting like a bee. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he was shipped out of town, right? A lot of people always, anyway, I'm going to digress. But a lot of people always saying that to LeBron. I don't know why. You know what's funny? Let me just crack a quick joke here of the Roach Motel, the cockroach room. Y'all know who that is. So this dude is such a LeBron James nut hugger that he went out there and said, nobody wants to smoke with LeBron James in the NBA. Nobody wants to fight LeBron James in the NBA. Everybody's afraid of LeBron James. Then somebody writes in the comment section, what about Isaiah Stewart? You know what this dude said? Yeah, LeBron James punched him in the mouth. He punched him in the mouth, and he didn't want no smoke with LeBron. I'm like, what? This dude believes that LeBron, he's all LeBron. He's great. Nobody's ever given that smoke to LeBron James. Everybody's afraid of LeBron James. We're like, okay, buddy, whatever makes you feel good. But anyway, back to what Dwight Howard is saying. At this point, man, we all know what it is, man. You know, we all know what it is. It's quite transparent at this point. Everybody's pretty much seeing through this entire act, man. Like, everybody's seeing through it. Of course, a lot of people out there, they're just twerking it up, hiding what's really going on. For whatever reason, they're doing it. But too many people are now confirming. Like, yo, son, you did your man greasy. But hey, what can you expect, man? That's what can you expect? What can you expect? None of this surprises me. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show, and I'm out. Peace.